Week 2 of the BeamNG Monster Jam Series starts with the second event in the East Division. Last week, Keegan Thompson won freestyle in Syracuse, and he looks to go back-to-back. 13 other drivers look to win at the Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Week 2 starts now.
It's about that time, so put it up, let's get it on. Made it this far, time to show the world who's number one. Number one, pull it up to the line, let's do it. Let's do it. Anything in my way, I'm running through it. I watch the lights and my hands are sweaty. I hear the people screaming, so you better get ready. Yeah, cause when it drops, I'ma take the shot, rock the spot, make it hot. Cause it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that. Cause it's about that. It's been a long time. It's about that time. It's about that time. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's about that time. It's about that. It's about that time. It's been a long time.
The second event of the BeamNG Monster Jam Series in the East Division heads to Tampa, Florida. We're here at the Raymond James Stadium. I'm Joe Rakowski, alongside me, Trey Bartow. This is a much bigger stadium floor than what we saw in Syracuse, New York at the Carrier Dome. So what do you expect to see here tonight in action in Tampa?
Well, as you just said, this floor is huge compared to last week, so I'm expecting these drivers to literally go big or go home. I think these drivers have a lot more room to make error, and with that being said, I don't think they're going to be as cautious as they were. Yeah,
last week we saw an interesting event for sure, and a little bit critical. The judges were the fans after the event, some drivers as well, so that'll be interesting to see if the judging's maybe been cleaned up a little here in Tampa. As you can see, the nice stadium floor out there in Tampa, Florida, getting ready to get going here at the Raymond James Stadium for the second event of the season in the East Division of the BeamNG Monster Jam Series. Let's take a look at our 14-truck field here in Tampa. To start us out will be El Toro Loco and Jay Rando. Overkill Evolution has Matthew Burnett, and then Blue Thunder has Ace Garcia behind the wheel.
In Hooked, we got Stewie Moore. Monster Energy, we got Marshall Burrow, and Bounty Hunter is being driven by Luke Rainey.
Next after them, we have Bigfoot, Bronson Minnick, Bad Habit with Chris Reynolds, and then Carolina Crusher being piloted by Ryan Wilson.
In Grinder, we have Steven Collins. Gravedigger, we got Justin Zidell, and in Mohawk Warrior, we got Riley Sampson.
Then the final two trucks to take the course here, Stone Crusher Bibi Ruiz, and last week's winner, Northern Nightmare Keegan Thompson, will round out this 14-truck field. First truck out, the truck who finished last in Syracuse was on fire in that one. It's El Toro Loco and Jay Rando.
He's stopping in the middle, showing the smoke show. This time it's not fire, at least that's always a good thing. This one was a manual smoke. So hopefully with this run, he'll be able to step it up from what he did last week and go a little bit longer.
Yeah, last week, obviously, very unfortunate. He's going to start the time off right there, actually go over some crushed cars, which was actually what caught him last week in Syracuse. So clock is started for Jay Reno. We'll see what he can do if he can show off this El Toro Loco truck a little bit longer than he did last week in Syracuse. Nice air off that jump. Will combo it up nicely over the tabletop and looking to try and keep the momentum going as he's now 20 seconds into the run.
One of the most sketchiest things about being the first truck out is that you don't know how these jumps really are, especially since no one has really, gone over them. So they're the stiffest that they're going to get. So, they're also the hardest that you're going to hit. As you can see him going back over those crushed cars with a nice set of air right there, putting it back down with a little bit into a slap wheelie there.
Yeah, couldn't really pull that slap wheelie out, but did a nice job there. He's going to turn it around. We'll see where he goes next. Looks like to the other tabletop on the other side of the stadium. Nice air off it. He'll clear it, put it down to a wheelie into the ramp, and a huge sky wheelie there. A great run and a great move right there for Jay Rando.
I'm kind of curious if, maybe he's a little sketched out about those crushed cars there. Doesn't want it to happen. As you can see, huge air off the middle jump there. He's going to land it right on the all fours. He's going to get sideways, put it on his nose, and right back down to all four wheels. Only lost one of those horns there.
You have one horn gone, one remains. Looks like that car they actually landed on is a little bit smoky there. So whatever it is, Jay Randall is going to bring fire as he's going to stop it before the barriers. And it looks like he's putting it into a reverse over that single jump. Nice move there as he really had nowhere to go. He's going to have to back up anyway, and he was lined up with that ramp.
Yeah, I know. As we said before, backing up is a very big no-no to the judges, so good way to put it back here as he's going to go onto the nose and upside down into the wall there. What a way to end his run.
Jay Rendo looks like he might be stuck in that wall. He hit pretty hard there. We'll take a look at some of the replays from a very solid run for Jay Rendo to start this freestyle run. It might not be enough for the win depending on how the other drivers do, but it was a very respectable run, especially after what happened to him in Syracuse.
Yeah, you see that move right there was a slap wheelie into a sky wheelie back into another slap wheelie there. So a triple wheelie combo. That's something I don't think we've seen yet at all. And then this huge air off the middle jump.
Yeah, that huge air off the MX hill. He lands it just a little bit weird, and it kicks him off to the side. He had the presence of mind to just let gravity do the work, let the truck do its work, got back down to all four wheels. A great way to start the run for Jay Rendo, a 21 right here in competition. So a great rebound after the disaster that happened to him in Syracuse. Next truck out, Overkill Evolution, Matthew Burnett. Last time we saw him, he lost a wheel going sideways over a jump. Let's see what happens to him here. He'll start time off with a nice hit off of the tabletop.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't want to lose another wheel here. Well, if he does, he wants it to be near the end of the run so he can fill up most of the time without, any trouble there. Nice air off that little, I would say, kind of a crossover section there, but not really at the same time. He's going to go hit the racing lane.
And just flies into that one. Not very steep there, so you can't get much air, but you get a nice lengthy jump off of it as he did that. Let's see where he's going next. Looks like right here. Going to go sideways off that jump right there. Nice air, lands hard on the rear end. That truck absorbs it well, keeps all the pieces in the truck, and he's still going. 40 seconds down, just about half the run remains for Matthew Burnett here in Overkill Evolution.
Another huge air. He's going to land it, go right into a slap wheelie, dragging the back of the truck as he's going from one tire to the other. Very nicely done by him, but keeping the momentum going here as he's going to search for his next jump here. And he's going to hit it hard, get into some nice air, and lands it pretty smooth without almost hitting the containers, but he's going to miss.
And it's been some great momentum so far. Obviously, that killed a little as he had to slow down to stay off the containers. But huge hits and nice momentum have been Matthew Burnett's run so far. We'll see if he can continue it for the final 20 seconds. This has the looks to maybe take the lead away from El Toro Loco. Going to go to the backflip and perfectly executed there. He has 10 seconds left to do something crazy.
Yeah, I feel like we're still waiting for a little bit of a wow factor. We might get it here, hitting the backside of the middle jump, straight into the air. Huge sky wheelie there, right onto the back of the truck, going to pull it back down into another slap wheelie.
That was a great way to end the run for Matthew Burnett, Overkill Evolution, and we'll see if that takes the lead from Jay Rendo and El Toro Loco. Remember, Rando scored a 21 here as the first truck out. We'll see what Burnett gets right here. Here's the backflip at the end of the run. Perfectly executed there, Trey.
Yeah, I don't think you can land it any better than that. Got it right down. Only had to back up the very tiny of bit and just keep going. But here's the last move. Huge sky wheelie off the back of the middle jump there. Landed it pretty hard on the back of the truck there, but it held up and then put it right back into another slap wheelie.
I pulled it hard back onto the rear end again. The score for Matthew Burnett, a 23. So now Overkill Evolution holds the hot seat. Burnett now in the hot seat with that run, the second truck out. Next, we have Blue Thunder, Ace Garcia, and he's wasting no time. Straight to an obstacle, and nice air off it. Starts his 90-second run for Ace Garcia. Not what he wanted in Syracuse last week, looking to turn around here in Tampa, Florida at the Raymond James Stadium. Little cockeyed there as he hits the ground onto the lid, trying to save it to some sidewalls. It does! What a save for Ace Garcia.
Absolutely amazing save by Ace there. He did everything he needed to do there. Didn't panic too much. Well, he might have panicked a little, but we'll never know, to be fair there. He's going to go over the crush car, which is still smoking, so maybe it's just a little bit of a show effect there. So we'll see what happens there with nice sky wheelie over the pod section.
And we just hope that maybe they didn't leave anything flammable in that car and they got everything out, but something has happened to that car. But not really hurting anyways. Getting some nice air off the back of the MXL. Lands it perfectly on the top there and did a little bounce as he went down the other side of the ramp. Into the final half of the run for Ace Garcia and Blue Thunder. Trying to beat the 23 that Matthew Burnett has. Nice air right there and combos it up into the pod.
He's going to get a little sideways again, but he's going to put it back down on all four wheels. Doesn't have to do anything there. That's going to hurt his run. Hit the side of the pod there. Get a little bit on two wheels again. Straight into the next jump there. He's going to clear. He actually didn't even have to clear that little single jump there. The angle was out of the way here. But he's going to go off the middle section again and get some huge air.
Into the final 10 seconds of the run for Ace Garcia and Blue Thunder. It's been a decent run, a solid run so far. We'll see what he does to end it out. It looks like he's maybe setting up for the backflip ramp. Can he get it in time? He does, just at the last second. Sends him over. And it looks like he's going to be able to save that up onto the barrier. And that will be it for Blue Thunder and Ace Garcia. Is that going to be enough to take the lead away from Matthew Burnett and Overkill Evolution? We'll find out. So take a look at some of the replays from this run for Blue Thunder.
I feel like this run definitely has a chance to be up there, possibly taking the lead. You can see this little save here. He's going to put it onto the side, immediately into some sidewalls there. He's going to be able to bring the truck right back around.
Yeah, just kept his foot in the gas right there to save that one. That was the best case scenario for Ace Garcia right there. Here's the backflip at the end. Whatever it was, it just kicked the truck a little bit off to the side there. Got him down onto the side, but there's just enough momentum, enough energy to take that truck back over the other way. And it's a tie with Overkill Evolution, a 23 for Ace Garcia. So those two right now tied for the hot seat. Blue Thunder and Overkill Evolution, as now we'll see what the fourth truck is to come out. It'll be Stewie Moore and Hooked. Where's he going to go? Right to the single jump early on.
Already there. He's going to land almost on top. He's going to get sideways already, hit the brakes, and he's going to pull that truck right back on the all four wheels. Maybe not the way he wanted to start out, but he was able to recover it, so no damage done.
And that was just a wild way to start the run right there. If he didn't want to start out that way, it still now provides a little bit more excitement factor for these fans and maybe go a little bit crazier now for Hooked here and Stewie Moore. Nice air off of that MX hill that we just saw right there. Going to the single jump on the other side. Didn't get enough air off it to really clear that, kind of stuffed it there into that dirt. Gonna get some nice air there off of the pod section. Turned around here. We'll see where he goes next in these final 50 seconds.
It almost looks like he's going for the back of the jump. Yes,
Wow.
He is. Huge sky wheelie over the center jump there. He's going to land it right on the back and put it back down on all fours there. What a move by him. I think that's the highest sky wheelie we've seen all night.
Yeah, definitely. If you can carry a lot of speed into that, he's a little crossed up right here. And it looks like he's trying to go over the MX hill. It looks like he's maybe stuck. There's very steep sides to that. He finally gets up over. That was a little bit of a cost time right there. He's going to actually wheelie up over the crush cars there. So some different moves here for Stewie Moore and Hooked.
Yeah, I think him getting stuck there might have hurt his momentum a little bit. But he's going to go straight into the backflip here. He's going to pull it around. Yes, he does. That's more of a, I would call that a corkscrew, but it flipped around perfectly where he didn't have to back up at all.
That was like a twist or whatever you call it. But final 7 seconds. Huge error right there off of that obstacle. Lands it hard. Pulls into a little bit of a wheelie, and that will be it for Stewie Moore and Hooked. So crazy way to end the run here, but will that be enough to take the lead? I just don't know with that momentum break towards the middle of the run when he got caught up on the MX hill. I just don't know if it'll be enough to take the lead away from Overkill Evolution and Blue Thunder.
Yeah, him getting caught up on that little middle section there really probably hurt his run there. But you can see this huge sky wheelie there, landed it right on the back of the truck and was able to keep going. So we'll have to see if this run will be able to take the lead.
And here's that little twist, corkscrew, whatever you want to call it. He kind of got the edge there of the backflip ramp, which sent him over, but luckily he landed it. But it's an 18 for Stewie Moore right there, so that puts him currently into last place. Definitely not what he wanted for his freestyle run here in Tampa. Monster Energy, the purple edition of that. Marshall Burrow behind the wheel, looking to recover after not filling the clock in Syracuse. Can he try and fill it here in Tampa? He's going to start with the back of the racing lane. If he does it, pulls it into a wheelie, and he does. So a little bit of a wheelie there to start the run.
Yeah, a little simple way to start the run, but that's always, in my opinion, the best way to start and not going to put yourself at risk too early there. A little bit of a sky wheelie over top of the crush cars there. Puts it down straight into the little pod section there as well. Lands it perfectly on the other side.
That was a nice move there for Marshall Burrow. A nice, easy landing for that truck for sure. Going to take it back over the crush cars. Nice air off it. In troubles. He lands on the single jump. Can he pull it out? And he does. That one wheel grabbed. He's able to save it. A nice save for Burrow. And is that maybe time now for him that he might flip the switch and start going crazier?
I think he is. He's cleared the pod section pretty much off that jump there. As you said, I think that save is really going to let him kick it up a few notches here. He's going to get some decent air over the crush cars there. Lands it on all fours a little on the side again, but puts it right back down here. I think he's getting ready to go here.
Final 30 seconds coming up. Nice air again for Marshall Burrow in that Monster Energy truck. Some of the body is flapping off the side with that crazy save that he pulled just a few seconds ago. But can he end it out? Just like he's been running. Nice air off the MX hill, the back of that one. He'll land it down on the end, drive it down, and he has now 15 seconds remaining to pull some crazy moves out to the single jump. Lands on the crush cars pretty hard there. He drives away from it. Nice wheelie as he does it into the final. Now 5 seconds. What can he do to end this run out?
I think we really need something to see him remember this run. He's going to put it off the side of the pod there and just put it right back down. So, I mean, it was a decent run, but I don't know if it's a lead-taking worthy as he's going to get on his nose there at the end of the run.
Yeah, that's not for judging, though. That was after the time expired, unfortunately, for Marshall Burrow. Some decent hits there, but like you said, I just don't think there was anything to remember him by in this run. Really, the one thing is maybe this save right here. But see, he lands on the single jump, and we'll see what the scores are for Monster Energy and Marshall Burrow. It's a 20 right there, so obviously not enough. That'll put him into 4th place, just ahead of Hooked and Stewie Moore. So a decent run for Marshall Burrow, but definitely not what he was hoping for here in Tampa at the Raymond James Stadium. As we have Bounty Hunter Luke Rainey out next.
Again, always nice to see Bounty Hunter there. Luke Rainey is going to try to take the lead here. Huge air for the first hit into a sky wheelie there, landed on the back of the truck. What a way to start out his run here. We'll have to see if he was going to be able to keep the momentum going throughout the run as he goes off the middle stack there.
Nice air again off the MX Hill, getting a little sideways on landing, but pulls it back down. Remember, in Syracuse, he actually didn't complete the backflip when he tried to do one, so we'll see what he could do here in Tampa. Nice air, but gets him a little crooked there as he flips him over, front flip into the barriers, and it looks like it might pull back down. They have shut him down as he got into the barriers, if they will let him refire. He has 55 seconds left to continue after that crazy save.
That was, I don't even know what that move was. That was like a front handspring in Monster Truck version. I think that was the cleanest I've ever seen a Monster Truck do a front flip with touching the wheels there. That was pretty impressive by him, but we'll have to see if he's going to be able to keep up that momentum now after that scary ride.
And huge air there off of the pod, almost landed on the backflip ramp. He'll turn around here. We'll see where he goes next for these final 40 seconds. A little crooked there as he hits. Nice sky wheel again off that obstacle, but in trouble onto his side. Can he save this one with some sidewalls? Another impressive save for Luke Rainey here with 30 seconds remaining.
He is going off the rails now. I don't think he's afraid of anything at the moment anymore. He's going to be the first truck to get some scored cyclones into the run, so that's nice. Always nice to see.
Nice variation for Luke Rainey there, keeping it down all fours. He now has under 15 seconds left. Where is he going to go for this one? It looks like it's going to be that backflip ramp on the side of the pod. Can he complete this one?
He's not going to be able to complete it, but he's going to be able to pull the truck around. So I'll count that as a backflip for him. He's going to go for another one.
Luke Rainey showing off to the fans here in Tampa. And if that doesn't take the lead, I don't know what will. That was an impressive run for Luke Rainey, and it all started early on with whatever this move was.
Yeah, we'll have to. I mean, he put the truck straight onto the nose here. It's going to bounce off the front tires perfectly, and then go right onto the back tires as well. So
back onto the front.
I would call that a front flip and a half. I think we'll go with that.
And he's very lucky those barriers were there, because otherwise he would have been flipping into the stands with how much he was flipping there. But see some of these late moves again. Here's this nice sky wheelie air, but it lands the wrong way. Sends him actually straight onto his side. But I believe once he's there, he just stands in the gas. That one wheel grips, and he's looking to get into some interesting... they're not even sidewalls. That was just bouncing on one wheel and then the other.
Hey, as long as it put the truck back on the all fours, I think that's all he really cared about.
And here's that backflip, which once again he didn't complete. Luckily for him, it bounced off the ramp, came back down onto the front wheels and hit the gas. He's able to collect it and then just go straight with 2 seconds left back into the ramp again and just try and finish it off a 24, so that will take the lead. But I think that's just a little bit low in my opinion. I think that would have scored just a little bit higher.
I was expecting it to score a little bit higher as well, but hey, nevertheless, it's still the lead.
So Luke Rainey, Bounty Hunter, now inherits the lead as next struck out Bigfoot Bronson Minnick, and he's hoping for a little bit of a little bit smoother ride this week instead of breaking a shock in his first hit. We'll see what he does here in this Bigfoot truck.
He's going to line it up for the MX ramp already there. Huge air to start off his run here. He's going to land it on all fours, get a little bit of a bounce there, hit the side of the pod there, but was able to keep it pretty smooth there. He's going to nick the backflip ramp there, but it doesn't cause him any harm.
Nice air there off of the pod, a little bit sideways, combos it straight into the crushed car ramp. He gets into the single jump, hits the gas, and it can't come back around because the wheel tears off. It was going to be a crazy move for Bronson Minnick, but unfortunately the front wheel comes off, and that'll be it for Bigfoot's run.
Yeah, definitely not the way he wanted to do his run. I don't even know if he got into 15 seconds into his run, but definitely something to remember him. See here off the crushed cars, straight into the back of that single jump there. And as you said, I'm pretty sure he just guns it and hopes for the best here, but doesn't pull away though he wanted to and rips the wheel right off.
Yeah, if that wheel didn't break off, maybe it would have worked, but there's just so much force going into that wheel at that moment. It had to tear off. And Thompson going to be a low score of 7. He only got about 3 hits in this freestyle run, so definitely not what Bronson Minnick wanted after the back-breaking run at Syracuse. Now this in Tampa, as we have Chris Reynolds, Bad Habit, out for his run. He started out the series in Syracuse. He was the first truck out. Now he's middle of the road because he scored pretty well with that run. We'll see what he can do here in Tampa.
I feel like the best place to be would be in the middle of the run. You know, you get to see what you have to deal with, but you know, you always have the shocker of what's that comes after you, as he almost does the same thing as Bronson just did right before him there, so he was able to avoid that.
Yeah, I think he saw what happened. He's like, maybe I don't want to do that quite yet. Maybe that's something to end the run on. See if you can try and land it. But decent momentum so far for Chris Reynolds. 30 seconds into this run. Nice air there off the pod. Loses the hood with it. He'll take it into the backside of the racing lane. Nice skywheeler there. Lands a little crooked, but pulls it back down for this final half of the run for Bad Habit and Chris Reynolds.
He definitely has had a decent run going so far, but we really need something that makes him different, as he gets huge air off the MX jump there, lands it as perfect as you can get. A little hop there off all 4 tires. He's going to go right into the pod section.
And can't quite clear the pod, but takes it into a wheelie straight into the crush cars, picks the hood back up, throws it a little bit, and gets a nice combo there off of the single jump. It looks like he's going to maybe pull into reverse like we saw with El Toro Loco. Nice air there off of that one. Landed it basically perfectly, but he was in reverse.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Again, you know, it doesn't hurt your run that bad having to put it in reverse there. He's going to pull it around here. Possibly going to get one more hit left. We'll have to see what he can do with it.
He's going to send it right into that ramp. Huge air, lands it hard on the side. And that wheel, it may have just been pushed up. I don't even know if it broke off. It looks like it was just pushed up into that truck. An amazing hit to end the run for Chris Reynolds. Let's go see what it was, and let's see what happened to that wheel here.
He absolutely destroyed the rear end there. As you can see, it's going to kick him to the side here. He's going to land right on the rear wheel. And
oh, my God.
Yeah, it just pushes it right up into the chassis there. What a huge hit.
And that is going to hurt. He's going to feel that one tomorrow for sure. A 20 for Chris Reynolds. The amazing last hit definitely probably brought that score up just a few points. As we'll see who's next out, it'll be Ryan Wilson in the Carolina Crusher.
We'll have to see what he can do here, hitting off the racing lane to start off his thing. Try to get into a slappily, but didn't get all the grip he was wishing to get here. So he's going to whip it around here, hit the pod section there, get some nice air off of that, put it down, try to get a slap wheelie again, but doesn't get it again. But he's going to sky wheelie, I would guess I would call that. I'm not really sure what to call that move. But
there's a sky wheelie.
I mean, if it works, it works. I think that's all he really cares about.
And just like we saw with Chris Reynolds breaking off a wheel, last week Ryan Wilson was feeling it after breaking off 2 wheels in one hit. I'm sure he's hoping that doesn't happen again. That probably costs a lot of money to repair and definitely hurt on his body. We'll see what he does here. He's getting a little crooked there. He's going to go to the backside of the racing lane. And this run just hasn't felt special to me. You know, just kind of feels like it's been a mediocre run so far.
Well, I mean, you know, we've had only a certain amount of trucks fill the time, so I think he's just trying to get to a certain time limit before he starts to turn up, you know, the gauges there on the truck. I mean, he's doing his job, so we'll have to see what happens in the second half.
Maybe going to the backside of the MX Hill. He does. He actually goes a little... Oh, he's trying to pack flip off of it. And it just didn't come off enough.
Is it going to come back around? And I don't think it's going to, no.
And with about 15 seconds remaining, not filling the clock, obviously not what Ryan Wilson wanted, but it was a pretty interesting way to end that run for sure. I don't think anyone saw that coming out of Ryan Wilson.
If he was able to pull this move off, I was going to give him major credit there. He had the right mindset. I just don't think the back tires really gripped as much as he was going to, and lands right on the top of the truck there. Always going to feel that one. But, you know, I was hoping the truck was going to get something here and pull it back on all 4s, but it didn't really happen.
Yeah, unfortunate for Ryan Wilson there. That move would have definitely been a big one. It's a 14. Obviously not many moves to remember him by, and he didn't complete that last one. Definitely hurt his score for sure in this freestyle. We're down to the final few trucks now. 5 trucks remain in freestyle. Bounty Hunter Luke Rain still leads. Next up we have Grinder.
We'll have to see what he can do here off that little section. They're going to go for a slap wheelie there on the one wheel. Already sideways, though. Put it into some sidewalls there, and he gets it around perfectly. What a way to start off his run there. A little bit sketchy, but, I mean, he's going to be able to continue it, so I really don't think he cares.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not what he planned to start with, but if you could start like that, save it. That is a lot of momentum on your side. He's going to wheelie it into the crush car stack, get over it nicely, and now he can continue his run. Where's he going to go next? Looks like maybe to the MX Hill. He's going to get some nice air. A little bit crooked off it, though, towards the pod. He has to be careful when he lands. He is careful. He keeps it over the pod and does a great job there.
Yeah, he went off the side of it. He's going to go for a backflip here off the backflip ramp. He's going to pull around pretty perfectly. Going to go possibly over-rotate it, but he lost the hood, had it back up a little bit. But I don't think it's going to hurt him too much. He's going to be able to continue there, possibly looking into the back of the racing lane.
It's been a great start so far. Huge skywheel off the racing lane there. was completely perpendicular to the ground after he hit it. But it's been a decent start so far for Grinder up onto 2 wheels as he hits the side of that ramp going towards the pod. Getting a little crooked there, but he's trying to continue on with now 20 seconds remaining in this freestyle. What can he do for these final seconds?
I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, but that feels like the toughest jump.
Oh!
Oh my goodness, a 180 sky wheelie that he
no.
almost landed. I don't even know what that move was right there.
Like, how did that happen? Like, with now 6 seconds left, that is it for the run for Grinder. Didn't fill the clock, but definitely had some wow moments. Will that be enough to take it from Luke Rainey and Bounty Hunter?
I'm still in shock from that last move here, but you can see this is his first hit. Did a slappily, but kind of put it up on the one wheel, which put him on his side there, and he's going to get on to his side of the tires there and just put it into some sidewalls there, he was able to hit the brake and put it back down.
Yeah, great move there for Grinder. As we'll look at his next move right here, it's a backflip. This was actually pretty early on the run. He did a pretty early backflip. Then he had the rest of his time to do some more crazy stuff. Actually, almost didn't get enough rotation, which then kicked him back over. Luckily, he slams it into reverse to get it back down. But we definitely have to look at this last move again to see how this happened.
I mean, he hit it and just nailed it, and it was literally a 180 sky wheelie. I've never seen anything like that.
And it about landed perfectly until it flipped over backwards. He landed perfectly on the down ramp. I mean, it was definitely a crazy move, as it's only a 21. I'm a little bit surprised about that as well. I think that's just a little bit low. That'll put him down into a tie for 4th place, actually, at this moment. As the next truck out, you normally used to seeing this truck out last, but didn't win the freestyle last week, so now it's out now. Gravedigger and Justin Seidel out a little bit early on for the fans in Tampa, going straight to the back of the MX to start out his run.
Well, you always know if the Gravedigger's not the last truck, they have one mission on their mind, and that is to just go big. We'll have to see what Seidel can do here as he's getting a little sideways off the racing lamp, a little cockeyed, but he was able to calm the truck down there.
Seidel starting out with a lot of momentum early on, and as you mentioned, there's one mission to go crazy. Their mission is to get the last truck again. They want to be the last truck out again. He lands a little bit sideways up on the side, but pulls it back down for Seidel and Gravedigger. He'll continue on his freestyle with a nice move there.
I think we'll call that his signature Gravedigger move,
Oh!
going over the side. He's going to land it pretty hard on the beginning of that little pod section there. I don't think he was planning on reaching that far with the air, but he was able to make it that far. Now he's looking into the little cross section of the cross cars, or the crush cars there. He gets more huge air. He's just going off the rails at the moment.
A lot of momentum, a lot of air for Seidel early on in this Gravedigger run. If he can fill the clock, this is definitely going to challenge Luke Rainey and the Bounty Hunter for sure. He's getting all kinds of crooked in this run. He's carrying so much momentum. He's just not letting off the gas, I don't think. He's just going straight from one obstacle to another, carrying so much momentum in this run with now 20 seconds left.
I think he just has a brick on the throttle there. I think it's just full throttle the entire way around so far. He's going to get on the 2 wheels straight into the pod section. That was a... What was that?
You call that pirouette? Like, what was that? He's going to back up into the backflip ramp. Looks like it doesn't hit it right.
Stuffed it in there.
Right up into the air. And if I know anything about the Gravedigger clan, they don't end up with a truck that can still run. Even though the clock's done...
He's still going.
He's going.
Sky wheelie onto the back of the truck, sideways into the single jump there. He put it back on the all fours again.
Oh, no. Justin Seidel and the Gravedigger has just put on a show after the show was over.
I don't even know. He ended it the way his teammate did with Eli Brighton, just rammed it into the wall.
I think, he, like you said, there's a brick on the gas he couldn't let off, and... right here, here's that barrel roll. Very hard to remember it happening because so much happened after it.
I want to see that one move there. I think he saw Grinder with the 180 sky wheelie. So he goes, all right, I'm going to step you up here. As you can see here, 2 wheels into the pod section. He does a full 360 sky wheelie. I don't even know what to call that exactly.
It landed about perfectly. The scores are 27. I mean, undoubtedly, that was definitely going to take the lead. But now the bar is set so high for these 3 trucks that are left. Can anyone beat Seidel? We'll see if Riley Sampson, Mohawk Warrior, can do it.
Riley Sampson's just going to have to go for everything here already on the 2 wheels here. But, I mean, we'll have to see what these last 3 trucks can do there. I think they can do it, but they have a big bar to hit.
Oh, big wheelie there, gone to 1 wheel. Luckily, he was able to pull it back down. But Riley Sampson, what big shoes to fill. You're coming out right after Gravedigger and Justin Seidel. The fans are already amped up. If you don't put something up even near that, the scores might just be lower because, recency bias.
I don't know what to think now, but Riley Sampson here is going to nail the back of the jump here. Does it pretty well there, lands it perfectly on the other side here. So far, he's had a pretty good run here, hitting everything he can hit. But, I mean, we're going to have to see a couple wow factors now.
Yeah, it's just so hard to now think about it. It's right there, going to carry it into a one-wheel wheelie up the pod, and he pulls that one out.
Well, there's already a wow factor there. A one-wheel wheelie into a save, I guess you would call it, into another slap wheelie already, trying to do a front flip. He's upside down again.
I mean, I don't even think the Mohawk ever touched the ground when he was upside down like that. That's how high he was. He's going to stab the throttle into the MX hill and get massive air, land it hard. What can he do in these final 15 seconds? I mean, we thought that Gravedigger couldn't be topped, but this one might give it a run for its money.
I'm at a loss for words here. The hair's still perfect. That's all you can ask for. Straight into a backflip ramp. He's going to land it as well as you can get it. Try to get into a wheelie there. So much is going on. He's gonna
no! Oh! What a hard landing for Riley Sampson. And that was after the clock was expired. He tried to get that one in. If maybe that one got in, we could be seeing a new leader.
I can't even process sentences right now. I don't even know what's going on. The one-wheel wheelie into a corkscrew, I guess you would say, onto the hood. Lost the hood at the meantime. Didn't even touch the throttle. It came right back down by itself.
And then we have to see this incredible next move that came. You thought that save was crazy. I mean, I couldn't even process what happened here.
He hit the side of the jump and then straight into
that.
The Mohawk never touched. The Mohawk never touched.
That is insane for Riley Sampson. That's definitely going to be up there in the scoring sheet for sure. Is it going to be enough to beat Zeidel and Gravedigger, though, is the question.
I don't even know what to think anymore. These next two trucks, I don't even know what they're going to have to do anymore.
Yeah, I mean, right here, this final hit didn't get judged, but oh my goodness.
Look at the air.
And a hard landing. Oh. That wheel completely torn off. We'll
I
see
think
what
that's
the
the first time
scores
the
are.
Mohawks touched.
Oh, a 22. I mean, you got to think that's a little bit lower.
I was expecting, if anything, that to at least take second place there. But, I mean, it's the judge's call, so we'll have to stick by it. But BB Ruiz with Stone Crusher here, what is he going to have to do to even think about taking the lead here? As he's already on his side and pulls it out already. Oh, my.
Well, there's your answer. He's going to start out like that and then maybe turn into 5 more saves, because that's been all it is tonight. It's been save after save. I mean, what was that little move called?
I think that was a slap wheelie into another slap wheelie into a I don't even know anymore. He's going to go over the still smoking crush car there. Smoking even more than before. He's going to go into another wheelie that's going to go Oh, no. That's not what he wanted to see at all. Already broke the back tire. I think he's the first truck to break it and continue going here. So his hands just got 10 times more full.
Yeah, and right here, it's a rear tire that's gone. So he's going to try and get up the big jump onto the side. He's able to pull it back out. The only problem is he just can't really do anything with that rear wheel gun. It's so hard to keep the momentum up. He might be stuck there. He's going to actually, nope, he's backed it off, stuffed it into the backside of that ramp. He has 30 seconds left. I mean, he might fill the clock and all this, but it's definitely not going to take the lead.
Yeah, he almost awesome powered it there between the pod section and he's going to on his side already there again. I think he's just going to end it right there.
Yeah, I think he had enough. I think he was kind of done. Baby Ruiz and Stone Crusher definitely not what he wanted, but he started out the run pretty well. There are some moments to look at from this replay.
Yeah, the first hit here, he's going to clear that section there. Very nicely done. He actually might touch the back if he does, but that's what gets him to the slap wheel there, and he's going to hit the side of the MX jump and just put it on the side. He was pretty lucky that the wheel didn't break off right there.
Yeah, if that wheel broke off, that would have been a very, very short run. It would have been that hit and done right here. Hard down, puts into a wheelie, up into the pod like we saw with Mohawk Warrior. And it just broke the wheel off on the tip of that jump right there. And that was basically the end of Bibby Rose's run. It's an 8, obviously a low score there. Didn't really have much in it, but Keegan Thompson, Northern Nightmare, is going to be the last truck out. And he has a lot to do if he wants to beat Gravedigger and Justin Zeidel.
Yeah, he's last week's winner here. But, I mean, he knows what he has to do. We'll have to see what he can actually do. If hopefully his truck can withstand it, he's going to... Is he getting a little photo op here?
He is with that smoke. I mean, that's a cool photo right there if you take it with the smoking car. But I think Keegan has some big moves planned for this run. He's going to stab the gas, and let's get it going.
Let's see Air Canada here. A little airline there. He's going to get freaking permission from ATC there. He puts it down back on the all four wheels here. We'll have to see if he's going to be able to carry this momentum and get at least 5 wow factors, I'm going to say. Oh, my.
Huge air onto the side, onto the nose. That ramp saved him.
I think that's the first time we've seen the single jump help someone.
Yeah, normally it's hurting people. For Keegan Thompson, it helped him out. And now that is 1 wow factor in, he has a chance to get 2 event wins in a row. Last week he got a 24, that one freestyle. He has to beat a 27 out of Zidell. Huge air there, pulling a wheelie into that move.
That was a perfect move there. I didn't think that could have gone any better. That settled the truck out perfectly from that slap wheelie there. He's going to nail the side of the jump. Huge air. I think that's the highest we've seen off that jump all night.
He saved it. Pulled it out. He didn't have to do anything there. That gravity just helped him there. He's going to pull into a little bit wheelie there. 30 seconds left, and this could give Zidell a little bit of a run for his money now. Keegan's pulled out some pretty big moves.
He definitely doesn't have the momentum at the moment that Zidell has, but he's definitely filling all the wow factor spots here. He's hitting jumps different ways. He's doing everything he needs to. A little bit sideways off the single jump there, puts it back down on the all four wheels here. We'll have to see what else he can pull in with the final 10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds left. Where's Keegan Thompson going to go? The back of the MX Hill. Oh, he's going to do what Carolina Crusher tried.
Is he going to be able to do it? He did it!
No! What a move that was from Keegan Thompson to end his run out.
I don't even know what just happened. He tried to do what Carolina Crusher did.
Let's take a look at some of these replays. A lot in this run. That big air to start out. The question is that enough to beat Justin Zidell and Gravedigger? The score to be 827.
I mean, he definitely has the biggest shot out of all the other drivers to beat it. I mean, he had everything. You can see this save here on top of the little, pod there, I guess you could call it, on the side of the truck, onto the nose, and this is where that side ramp, he didn't even touch the body of the truck.
Yeah, he kept that body pretty clean, something he didn't do last week. But look at that huge air right there. As he lands down hard, it kicks him up onto one wheel, and he just lets everything do its work there, never touch the gas.
The wheel could have broke there, too. There's so many chances where this truck could have broke. But this move right here, he tried to do what Carolina Crusher did. He almost had it to. He completely rotated the truck over back onto the wheels, but it just gripped too much. And right on
24,
the side.
So that will be a tie for second with Bounty Hunter and Luke Rainey. And Zidell and Gravedigger will claim victory in Event 2 here in Tampa. A 27 for him. Bounty Hunter Luke Rainey gets the tiebreaker for second over Northern Nightmare. Then Blue Thunder tiebreaker over Overkill. And then Mohawk Warrior and Grinder complete that first page. A lot of big runs on that first page.
I mean, this event just had everything I think everyone was looking for. It was just craziness nonstop.
And we'll take a look at the updated point standings now. After 2 events, Northern Nightmare still on top. Gravedigger, Mohawk Warrior, Bounty Hunter, Grinder, Stone Crusher, Bad Habit, and Blue Thunder all in position to advance to the World Finals. So that's the first event of Week 2, and if these next 2 are anything like what we saw here, it's going to be crazy. Next 2, Saturday and Sunday. We'll see you guys then.